All right, everyone, good morning. Okay, let's get started. Sorry, a little late here on the start, but for today, Monday, July 22nd, we have no economic data, looks like scheduled, unless this is mistaken. Yeah, I don't see anything, which is odd, but okay. So there is no economic data scheduled for today, apparently. So there you go. Now, moving on. As far as today's activity is concerned, or pre-market activity is concerned, the Nasdaq, the QQQ ETF, is trading higher. We're currently looking like we're going to open somewhere near 480 a share. Um, the action that we saw yesterday, Friday that is, was mostly bearish. We were going lower, as you can see. Now, as far as what was happening on Friday, let's take a quick look. On Friday, here are the stocks which got our attention. First of all, we have Coinbase that was able to pass our target number two to the upside of 249.78, and then it kept going, reaching a high of 259.80, looks like. Next up, we have bearish opportunity, INTC, which was able to reach target number two to the downside of 33.13, then hit a low of 32.85. Right. Um, Next up, we have, let's see, I think that might be, no, it wasn't, yeah. Cisco, CSCO, which was bearish. It was able to pass our target number one to the downside of 47.48, and then reached a low of 47.14, which was just over halfway to target number two to the downside. Tesla was also a bearish opportunity, able to pass target number one to the downside of 241.28, and then went over two-thirds of the way down to target number two, but didn't reach it, of course. Bottomed out at 236.83. And then lastly, we have Robinhood, HOOD, which was able to reach target number one to the upside of 23.76, peaking out at 23.87. All right. Now, of course, I should also make sure to mention that, of course, the big news um, over the weekend was that President Biden has decided to drop out of running for reelection, and Vice President Kamala Harris will be the new nominee unless something has changed in the last few hours. But anyway, so the markets, we'll see what happens. That's kind of up in the air, but so far over, we can see the markets are up generally. So we'll see if that effect continues or not. Obviously, there could be multiple factors influencing that, so we're not going to say one thing or the other, but obviously that will have some impact on the markets. It has to. So we'll see what happens there. All right. Now, as far as the pre-market is concerned, let's take a look at what's moving overnight, or pre-market, I meant to say not overnight. So we have micro algo, which is currently up 11 over 11% on 5.9 million shares, and it's at least $1 per share. Now, keep in mind, M algo has been a continual presence on our lists over time. So this one has a tendency to move when it gets going. So we'll see what happens there. So M algo has been added to our pre-market list. Sorry, my pre-market list is missing here. One second. Let's see, where'd you go? Pre-market list. All right, I found it. All right, so we're looking at MLGO. Next up is um, that's not up enough. Let's see. Next up is SERV, which is presently up just over 43% on 26.5 million shares, and it's at least $1 per share. So we'll add SERV to the pre-market watch list as well. All right. I only see those two stocks. Now, I know that the NVIDIA ETF would be up, but I'm not going to add that since, again, that's just unless you guys really want to, because it's just the same as trading NVIDIA. All right, so if you folks see any other stocks that meet our 4 criteria, let me know in the chat. We need a NASDAQ listed stock that is trading at least $1 per share in the current pre-market, must have achieved at least a 1%. I'm sorry, must have achieved at least a 6% price change, positive or negative, from where it was on the last close, and must be at least $1 per share. 1 million shares of pre-market volume. All right, Mira is mentioned, so MIRA. That is currently up 90 something percent on 22.4 million shares, and it's at least $1 per share, so that definitely qualifies. We'll add MIRA to the pre-market watch list. Next up, we have RR, which is presently up about 25% on 14.5 million shares, and it's at least $1 per share. We will add RR to the pre-market watch list as well. And AIMMIX is moving, though it doesn't qualify. Okay, so we'll skip that one then. All right, so if you folks see any other stocks that meet our 4 criteria, let me know in the chat. Again, it must be NASDAQ listed, must be at least $1 per share in this pre-market session, must have achieved at least 1 million shares of pre-market volume, it must have at least a 6% price change, positive or negative. No problem. CrowdStrike was duly noted as a, you said down 5%. Yeah, I guess that's true. Maybe down about 15 bucks. Let me see. I don't know if it's down. Is it down 5%? Yeah, 4.82%. Yeah. All right. Duly noted that CrowdStrike is still down. But we'll see what happens. I still have a strong doubt that I have a strong doubt, though, that this is going to be much of a problem. But the problem they're having is Wells Fargo and Piper Sandler and some others have downgraded the stock, although Concord maintains their price target of 405. Although lawsuits and things like that are possible and expected, the reality is that it's kind of one of those things where you can't really think. It's hard for me to think that is not, like, they can sue and everything, but the legal fees are not going to have that much of an impact. They could try to get some sort of compensation, but that will be limited. I mean, even the government can't get that much out of companies on their decisions. So I doubt that that much is going to happen. Now, although it could cause other competitors to gain some business, for CrowdStrike to lose some market share, but I'm not aware of any. I mean, are any great alternatives to CrowdStrike? That's what I'm trying to think about. But anyway, doesn't matter. Just a little thought. All right, we'll wrap up for today, guys. Please be sure to hit the like button. That greatly helps us with the YouTube algorithm. Please make sure you hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel. I'll take a look at PANW since you just typed it. That's up 1.4%, Steve. It's at 14.7 million, 1,700 shares. So this doesn't qualify at all. It doesn't have the volume of at least 1 million shares. Doesn't have the percent change either. So no qualification there. All right, guys. Also, if anyone's watching this on a replay, check out fundertrading.com, our website. You'll see a link in the description of this video. Other than that, for everyone in the coaching program, I'll see you there. Oh, you're talking about, oh, sorry. Gotcha. Thank you. Actually, let's take a look. And is that up a lot? Yeah, looks like that's the counter trade. It is up. Sorry, misunderstood you there. Got you. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the coaching room in about 22 minutes. We'll pick up from there. And I'll see you for tomorrow's pre-market pulse. Everyone have a great trading day. Take care.